Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful prometida Karina, and we're waiting for our K1 visa to get adjudicated at the Service Center in California. Just like most of you guys are either in Texas, California, Vermont, wherever it is. And I live in the panhandle of Florida near Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach. And my prometida, my beautiful Karina, she lives in Bogota, Colombia, South America. And she, though, is originally from Caracas, Venezuela. Beautiful Venezuela. We love everybody in Colombia and Venezuela. We love everybody around the world. Now, in the past, several months ago, many months ago, I made a video on how to adjust your status to becoming a green card holder. Once you get in the United States, you get your K1 visa. After all this waiting, and then you get in the USA, you get married within 90 days, and then you apply for your green card, adjustment of status. I was not happy with the audio quality of that video, so I'm going to make this video and make it better. And then I'm going to delete the other video. Come on along. So let us begin, ladies and gentlemen. U.S. immigration law via the U.S. Congress allows for a U.S. citizen like myself to petition for an alien fiancé, my beautiful Karina from Venezuela, and to help her obtain a K1 non-immigrant visa to travel to the United States of America to seek legal admission, and so we can get married within 90 days. Okay? Now, you guys know this already, but this is just a refresher for some folks who do not understand what I'm talking about when I say I'm going to adjust the status, a video on adjusting status. Okay? So you get married within 90 days after being admitted on your K1 visa, and the beneficiary, my Karina, we will get married on Navarre Beach, which is a bona fide marriage, and then I'm going to adjust her status to legal resident of the United States. And this is how you do it. I want to make this video as easy as possible, as simple as possible for you guys. Okay? So you're going to require the following forms to adjust your status to green card holder once you have married Mr. Sponsor, Ms. Sponsor, your beneficiary. She or he is now your husband or wife. Go to uscis.gov/forms and download the instructions for USCIS form I-485. Now, this is the application form to register permanent residence and adjust your status. Okay? So first you want to know what the heck the form is, so you don't mess it up. So download the instructions first. Study the instructions, okay? Then, once you're familiar with the instructions, then you can complete form I-485 online if possible, with no errors, no typos, and sign it and date it. And make sure you are using the most recent form, okay? Because expired forms will be rejected and sent back to you. The next thing you're going to do on this great adventure of adjusting your status is to get a copy of form I-797. Now, you guys know what that form is, right? What's form I-797? Tell me. You are right. This is your NOA2 letter. You need to include a copy of your NOA2 letter when you adjust your status, okay? Also, you're going to include a copy, hot off the press, your marriage certificate, okay? You got married, you got a marriage certificate. Wait for the ink to dry before you mail it to immigration, okay? You're going to need 3 passport style photos and a copy of you, Miss Beneficiary, a copy of a government issued ID. Now, Karina, she has a cedula or government ID from Colombia, and she also has one from Venezuela, so we're going to include those. When you file your adjustment of status paperwork, you're going to also include a copy, Miss Beneficiary, of your birth certificate. And if it is in a foreign language, like Karina's is in Spanish, you will get it translated by a certified translator, so the Homeland Security boys and girls at USCIS can read it. Okay? You're going to get a copy of your passport page, your biographic passport page, which is your photo and your signature, okay? And a copy of your Form I-94, which is your arrival. This proves that you legally entered the United States and you came face to face with a Customs and Border Patrol officer who opened up your secret K-1 visa package, which you didn't open on the plane, and gave you admittance into the United States so you can get married. You're going to require Form I-864, which is the affidavit of support, declaration of financial support, and you go through the same process. Go to uscis.gov/forms, look for the instruction for Form I-864, download the instructions, study the instructions, become super knowledgeable on how to fill out the form, then fill out the form, boom, okay? You're going to need Form I-693, which is your medical exam and vaccination record, okay? You need to submit this with your I-485 when you adjust your status. Recommend you submit them together, okay, to prevent an RFE. Immigration might say, well, where's your medical exam? Where are your vaccination documents? Put them together when you file your adjustment of status. And make sure the doctor checks every block and fills every hole on that form. Because I have seen lots and lots of RFEs where the medical form, the I-693, wasn't filled out properly by the civil surgeon. He didn't or she didn't check all the blocks. So it's your responsibility to, please, Mr. Doctor, Miss Doctor, please don't mess this form up. Now, if you had received a medical exam overseas, like Karina, she's going to get her medical exam in Bogota, Colombia, okay? The immigration says you may not need a second medical exam, okay? My recommendation is get a second medical exam, whether you need it or not. It's not very expensive to pay the civil surgeon. Get a second medical exam and have him include it in a sealed envelope, just like before, in your adjustment of status, okay? And then show proof that you complied with all the vaccination requirements. This will prevent an RFE. You might get an immigration officer that says, okay, he had her medical exam in Chile, in Peru, wherever, but where's the second medical exam? It's like just have another medical exam, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and include it in your adjustment of status, okay? And see Form I-693 instructions before you do it. You gotta make sure you understand the process, okay? Include your police certificates. Karina will have a police certificate translated into English from Venezuela and from Colombia. She lived in 2 countries. Make sure you have certified copies of any divorce decrees, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, and your beneficiary, your new husband or wife. If she had an annulment, perhaps in the Philippines they have, you can't get a divorce in the Philippines, you probably can just get an annulment. And if unfortunately you had anybody die, pass away, husband or wife in the past, include a copy of the death certificate, and if required, translate it into English also, okay? This information is very important to help adjudicate your case. Now, most of you folks entering on K-1 visas, okay, will be married less than 2 years. When you get married to your American citizen sponsor, you're going to be married less than 2 years, so you're going to get a probationary green card, which is good for 2 years, okay? And then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to lift the conditions off of this 2-year probationary green card 3 months before it expires. So you look on your green card when you get it, and you will get your green card. Look on your green card and the expiration date minus 3 months. That is the time frame. 3 months onward, don't go past, don't go before, is when you file more paperwork to lift the conditions off your 2-year green card so you can get your 10-year green card. I know it is a very burdensome and difficult, time-consuming, costly process, but it is what it is, and we muddle through. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on getting married and on having, it's been a long haul for you guys. We understand. And after you become a permanent legal resident of the United States of America, immigration will send you a welcome notice and a package of information. And then, hopefully, if you follow the next steps, you won't have to have a face-to-face immigration interview. Follow these next steps I'm going to tell you to do, or recommend you do, not tell you to do, and you may end up getting your green card mailed to you instead of a face-to-face. Although I've been seeing online a lot of blogs where face-to-face interviews are being waived anyway. I mean, because they just don't have the people power to do it. So let's strengthen your green card adjustment of status application. Let's strengthen it, okay? Include in your package paperwork showing your name, Miss Beneficiary, Mr. Beneficiary, on utility bills like the gas bill, the water bill, the electric bill. Get phone connections together. Get your phones joined together in your name. Internet. Get your name on the internet bill. Get your name on lease agreements with where if you're renting a house, renting an apartment, if you own a house, whatever. Get your name, Miss Beneficiary, Mr. Beneficiary, on the lease or the deed. Okay, showing joint cohabitation that you guys are actually together. Get your name on titles to any vehicles that your American husband or wife owns. Okay, showing joint ownership. Now, right here, where I live in Florida, I have this homeowners association. If my grass gets this tall, I'm gonna get a letter. I'm gonna get a letter from the homeowners association, please, telling me to cut my yard. Seriously, I was in Bogota, Colombia for 10 months. I was checking my emails every day. Did my yard get cut? Am I gonna get a letter? I'm in Colombia. What am I gonna do? Okay. Get your name, Miss Beneficiary, on the homeowners association of the subdivision with your husband or wife. Lots and lots and lots of photos of your wedding, okay, with different people, not just selfies, not just you with your husband or wife. Lots of pictures with family, friends, guests of the wedding. And then make sure you identify who's in the photo, the date it was taken, and where it was taken. All right, very important. Include boarding passes, hotel receipts, dinner receipts, wedding gifts. So you went on your honeymoon. Karina and I, we're going to go on our honeymoon as soon as we get married on the beach here in Florida. We're going to go to Pensacola International Airport and fly somewhere and spend 10 days on honeymoon somewhere. We're not going to spend too long because we want to get back home and process our adjustment of status paperwork. It's not going to be a party. It's going to be a lot of work. So we're going to get it done. Okay? But we will include in her adjustment of status paperwork our honeymoon, plane tickets, hotel receipts, etc., things like that. Get health insurance for your beneficiary, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor. Put him or her on your health insurance policy and show the names together that you both are on this same insurance policy. This gives immigration officers a very warm, fuzzy feeling that your beneficiary, your foreign national, is protected in this country for health and medical issues. Okay, get him or her on your health insurance and prove it to immigration. Show documentation. Also, get at a very minimum, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, get your beneficiary as a joint survivor on all your bank accounts. Okay, you don't have a social security number right now, Miss Beneficiary, Mr. Beneficiary, so you can't probably open a joint account because you need a social security number. But you can become a survivorship person and get it in writing and have it printed and you include it in your adjustment of status paperwork. Get your new husband or wife on your car insurance, on your life insurance. I've already mentioned health insurance. Miss Beneficiary, Mr. Beneficiary, get your own credit card. Okay, like I'm a member of Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a great bank. I've been a member for 30-some plus years. And I will get Karina her very own credit card that says her name and my last name on the credit card, and then I'll get the first month's credit card bill and print it, and it will show her name. Okay. Get letters from friends, family, co-workers, stating that you can attest, that they can attest that they have met you and your your wife, new wife, and that the marriage is real. Okay, including the letters from your family, friends, and co-workers, their full name, place, and date of birth, and their current address and contact information, which is their cell phone number. Now, if you're lucky enough to get your social security number quickly, and you can file your taxes together during the time frame when you're adjusting your status, include your tax return where you show that you filed a joint return together. If you can't do that, you know, it's just time constraints make it impossible. Don't worry about it. But that's another thing you can add. Get your new wife, your new foreign fiance, and now your wife, get her a Sam's Club card, Costco card, join get her a CVS card, whatever. Get her name on everything that you possibly can that will show that she is living with you and that she is creating and establishing a life in the United States. Okay? If you do these things, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and include all this information and all this data when you file your adjustment of status, okay, you may not have to go to another scary immigration interview in front of an immigration officer. You may be lucky, and more than likely, your green card will be mailed to you, to your house. Just don't move. If you move, okay, make sure you tell immigration, but more than likely your green card will be mailed to you, okay? And then you can keep track of it. How do you know where your green card is? You can keep track of your green card. You can sign up for a case status online account to get automatic case updates. So create an online account, and this will include the U.S. Postal Service tracking number when they mail your green card to you. So you'll get a tracking number from immigration in your online account that says, "We mailed your green card, here's the tracking number," and you can keep your track and you know where it is. Now, I've got a video that I'm going to publish publicly soon regarding the United States Postal Service and immigration. But if you register for informed delivery through the USPS website, you know, you will get daily images of your mail screenshotted to you and emailed to you, and with that you can track your packages from USCIS. Now, I've got a video I'm going to release on this very process in the future. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is how you adjust your status from K-1 visa to legal permanent resident of the United States of America, where you can get your green card. Be patient during this process, okay? Green card processing it's just as slow as waiting for a K-1 visa in some areas of the country. Be patient, and soon you will get your green card in your hand. And it's good for 2 years, and then start preparing for U.S. citizenship. So in 3 years from now, you can become an American citizen, and you don't have to worry about all this immigration paperwork that's probably driving everybody insane. Right? Hang in there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. You can do this, and we look forward to seeing you soon in the U.S. of A. Thanks for watching.